Support for the BowHunterPlanet podcast is presented by
DEADDOWNWIND, TINKS, Shadowhunter Blinds, Burris Optics, DEADRINGER, The Grind, BowHunter Archery, Element Outdoors, Reveal Cellular Camo, HHA and HHA USA, Black Eagle Arrows, Cobra Archery, CAMPCHEF, Thorn Broadheads, and Deer Camp Coffee.
All right, guys, welcome to the BowHunterPlanet.com podcast. In today's show, we have the 2021 Golden Arrow Awards. We've been doing actually different awards throughout the years. We did the Members' Choice for many years. And this year, actually last year, we had this idea to do the Golden Arrow. And we're happy and luckily to get it off the ground and get it rolling this year in 21. So very happy to do this. And what you're going to see here is consumer-based awards. You're also going to see BHP Team BHP awards like that we voted on. So there's going to be some consumer voting, stuff that we voted on, and some, just kind of our team just talking amongst each other about who deserves what for doing cool things. So pretty cool. So today's episode here, we'll basically go through the list of winners, and Tim and I will talk about with you guys and see your thoughts. This is really cool, and we're really excited that we're able to do this. Now, the winners will get, if you are a gold winner in this division of any sort, you will get an actual gold statue in the mail.
Whoop, whoop.
If you came in second silver or third bronze, you will get a digital logo that you can use for your marketing efforts. So it's pretty fun. You'll still get an award that you can use to, show people that, hey, people love me. Can't beat it. And we will talk a little bit about how some of these are very close calls. And I think that gold to silver in some cases were like literally 10 vote differences, so this was a great thing. I'm really happy and proud of all the companies and the people who voted. And anyway, let's get to it. Any quick words, Tim?
No, I'm really excited, man. This has been a long time coming. Like you were saying, took a little bit of a pause on doing this, but I think it's great to see the winners coming out. Hey, we had it running for a little while. It actually didn't run all that long this year, but I'm excited to see the turnout that we had and get to the winners here, man.
All right. So again, you have a little bit different classes, and you guys will see that as we get going. We'll start with the consumer awards, which means voted on by yourselves, and everybody who loves these companies who wanted to vote for them had a chance to do it. So all right, we're starting off. Best overall compound bow 2021 goes to Matthews. Congratulations, Matthews. Well done. Very tight race. Bowtech, awesome job in silver, and Bear Archery coming up for that bronze medal, getting ahead of a lot of brands to do that. But, Tim, I don't know. I think you would agree with me in saying that Bear Archery, I'm happy they're on this because they've done so much for the industry for having different varieties of bows for people to afford. Yeah. And I think that's one of the main reasons they got pumped into this top three.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time, I think, this year and last year kind of talking about Bear, because Bear, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, took a little bit of a hiatus there in the early years of the 2000s, where they just weren't known for their marketing and that kind of thing. They've really come out of the gates, man, over the last 4 or 5 years, and have just been turning around new bows, new technology, and exactly what you said, just allowing the different packages that they put together, available in big box stores, or available dealer only, just being able to get everybody from a little kid all the way up to the oldest of the old out there in the hunting industry. So kudos for them showing up. This list is a little bit surprising, not seeing another name that I would have thought would have been in the top three.
Yeah, well, it happens sometimes. You forget how many bows sell, right? Tons of bows are selling, and if those people who are shooting them are loving them and switched over the years, right? It kind of makes sense. I was going to make a comment that Bowtech, with this 12.9% difference between them and Matthews, is absolutely astonishing. When we first started doing this back in the day, like back in 2012 or something, I believe Matthews had like 50% of the vote.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see it broken up more and more every year. And you could see Bowtech getting real close to that right there, and that's really exciting for them, I think.
And I can't say I'm surprised about that either, man. Bowtech, with what they've launched over the last 4 or 5 years, again, They just keep coming out with the new technology, and their price points on their bows are industry standard. I mean, they got really, they got your more expensive bows. You got some pretty pretty good consumer priced bows as well for like your retails and all that kind of stuff. But Bowtech, the technology coming out of then, I can't see. I'm surprised to see them in second place.
Yeah, well, Matthews, for those that, I don't want people to confuse it, but Matthews's retail stuff would be like Mission.
Yeah.
And their pro shop stuff would be Matthews. So just to make sure that's clear. But so yeah, but I mean, Matthew's been around a long time doing some really good stuff. So very excited for them. I'm happy they're able to take this. They do have a great bow, right? And that's the thing about Matthews that no one can ever take away from them is their quality is amazing. Their product is always really good. And to be honest, and to be fair to them, people follow their lead. And that's very true. If you look through the industry right now and you look at all the bows that look like a Matthews, and I'm not saying riser specifically, I'm talking about the short compact limbs, the big cams, like people have slowly started following that concept, and you can see it across the industry in different places. So, in this case, I think Matthews deserves this. They've done a really great job this year in the last few years, to be honest. So good job. All right, guys. And for the rest of the bow companies, great job. I mean, there's definitely some close numbers in there, as you can see. I mean, Hoyt did really well as well. And, all the other brands did pretty dang well. Elite, everybody did pretty well. And so they should all be proud of themselves. It was a very good run. And these companies are excellent, excellent companies. So great job. All right, Tim's favorite. Ho!
There we go. Oh man, I tell you that this one is near and dear to me, man. I like to see pretty much the big names up on the top of the list here, and we kind of see that up here. 10 coming in ahead at 24.6% velocity, which is your Raven center points, which I'm not surprised, man, that following that Raven has is absolutely amazing. And center point 2 puts out some pretty decent bows themselves. Since they acquired Raven. So I'm not surprised about that at all. And Excalibur coming through as always in that bronze spots. So that's awesome.
I think I feel like when Raven came out, they came out, firing, and there was a lot of publicity on Raven and a lot of excited customers, and people were buying them left and right. And I think that kind of caught off guard the crossbow industry a little bit, like, wow, these guys just came out of nowhere and they're, just crushing the market. Right. So I think what you see here though is a great example of, now I think if you would have did this award 2 years ago, I think Raven might have been on top for that one. But that's my point I'm getting at. You can see what 10 Point was able to do, and, twisting and turning their product to get it to where it is today and winning this award, right? Because they've really, 10 Point's been around a very long time, way longer than Raven, right? They're a company that's been a crossbow company for so many years and doing an amazing job. They own Wicked Ridge as well. They own Horton as well. And so this company is no joke. I had no doubt in my mind, put it this way, that 10 Point would reclaim the top spot, put it that way. If there was any other, I knew they would do it, because they just have always been that, they've always been that top contender. And look at their bows. Dang, man. They're so sick.
I'll tell you what's kind of interesting about this is the little sleeper that's coming in fourth here with 12.6%, which is Bear Archery. I know it's pretty impressive because they haven't really made their crossbows all that long to gain that much of a following, but to be honest with you, Bear is Bear, right? We just talked about the whole compound side and how they've been very consistent in regards to their quality and everything that they're putting out there. So not surprised, yet a little bit surprising to see them on here.
Yeah. And if you look at Excalibur, right, being in third, but if you look at the numbers between first, second and third, it's very close, 5% for the most part. So, Excalibur with that twin strike this year was, in my opinion, crushing it. Came out with something that's outside the box, nothing outside the limbs. Let's call it that, right? Let's change it up a little bit. But they went above and beyond with tech and made a double barrel crossbow, basically 2 different triggers. Very cool idea that you get a second shot, if you take your first one. That is genius. And I love innovation. I love Center Point for innovating the air bow. That's just me. I know some people don't like that kind of stuff, but to me, innovation is king. Without innovation, this industry will go nowhere. You can't just shoot the same old thing over and over and over. You can enjoy it, no problem. But if you don't have some exciting things that drive them into the industry, you're always gonna have that problem. So I love that Excalibur stepped outside the limbs to do this. And again, I'm proud of all three of these companies. They've all done great. Raven's got this bow come out in the fall. It's supposed to be 500 feet per second. So we're going to see, right? This is going to get real interesting real fast in this market.
Yeah, but congrats to 10 Point. I'm not surprised to see you guys up there. Great quality products, not only between 10 Point, but Wicked Ridge as well. You know, there hasn't been a crossbow that they put in my hands that I haven't really liked, you know, to shoot, or that, let me put it this way, that I wouldn't shoot and be happy with it in the field hunting. So congrats to 10 Point, Velocity, and Excalibur. Very good wins there.
All right, moving on. Best bow sight brand, HHA claims the gold. This is actually extremely not a surprise. HHA has claimed gold in this category. I think almost every year we've done it before. So we took off like a 3 or 4 year hiatus, but they were gold for like many years. And I think it comes down to a couple of aspects. Number one, quality. Number two, customer service. Number three, price. I mean, they build a product that is literally the Cadillac of sights, right? People buy HHAs when they go in and buy a bow, and we saw that Matthews is gold. When people go to a Matthews dealer to buy a bow, they usually buy an HHA when they walk out the door. And that's the thing. They want to spend this, you know, a large amount of money on a bow. They want to spend a large amount of money on that sight to make sure they have the best of the best. And I think that's what happens here.
Well, yeah, they're definitely an innovator in there, right? Correct. I mean, they're when they came out with their sight that they have on their compounds,
optimized.
Everybody was loving it, and everybody loved it because it worked. It was flawless in its execution.
It's incredible. So yeah, incredible product. Trophy Ridge pulling in that second silver there. That's excellent for them. Their sights are awesome too. And Spot Hog is also one of those companies that have a high quality sight. So I'm not surprised here. I was a little surprised that Black Eagle didn't swing in on that last. I'm sorry. I was a little surprised that Black Gold wasn't able to get one more vote to get above Spot Hog, but it is what it is. It was so close for them there. As you can see, as 0.3 difference on those two, which is pretty crazy. Close. But anyhow, job well done, guys. Awesome job, HHA, Trophy Ridge, Spot Hog. You guys did a great job. Same with Black Gold, right in there. Just keep doing what you're doing, guys. Making awesome sights. I mean, they're incredible, top notch. Good. Yeah,
job. I think we might have to do a different category starting soon, which is like your range finding sight as well. So we'll have to keep that in mind as time goes on, because Burris eking up there. I mean, they got a little bit of a sliver there, but I think they're going to gain more and more of a following as that Oracle comes.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Best rest brand goes to QAD, Quality Archery Designs. You know, the Quality Archery Design rest, you know, to be fair to everybody, is a flawless rest that's been around for so many years. And, you know, these guys have done something so well that they're smart enough to just continue to do it. But what we've seen out of QAD is the idea of come up with a little bit of innovation when it comes to how the rest mounts to the bow. If you look at the Hoyt bows, you can see they built it where it can mount like a Picatinny on the Hoyt bow, which is actually pretty impressive, really. So I think the real, if I have to be honest here, so QAD, I'm not surprised. They did a great job. Congratulations to them. They deserve that. They always build a quality rest. That's why their name's Quality Archery Designs. Trophy Ridge, excellent products as usual. So I'm not surprised to see them in the top here as well. But the big sleeper on this is HHA. HHA has only been putting out a rest for a few years. So this is a really big award for them, to be honest, because this tells them that they're in the game, you know, for the top spot. And, you know, they've only been around a few years. But again, goes back to their quality, right? And the products they use and how they make their stuff, the materials, they always do a great job. All right. Nice job, guys. Moving on. Best camo company, Realtree. Now, Realtree has won this award for a few years. I feel like they've always had a pretty big gap. That's great. I love these top guys right here. To be honest with you, no surprise in the Realtree and Mossy Oak. They've been around the longest. They're great brands. They have great camos. They have huge followings. I mean, they've done a great job. The Kuiu surprised me. I'm not going to lie. That one, get in there to just get over. I think they just got over the Sitka one is what that purple is, that specific one. But just to sneak in there and get that one is pretty awesome. And Kuiu, the only reason I say that is I know Kuiu is a great product and I know people love it, but keep in mind Kuiu is a Western type pattern and a Western. So like in Michigan, not many people talk about Kuiu. That's what I'm getting at. So for the Midwest, which is generally the largest buyers in the industry, I was surprised to see them pull that one off. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, I'm definitely not surprised to see Realtree and Mossy Oak at the top, right? I mean, you go out anywhere and that's usually what you can find, especially
anywhere in the Midwest for sure.
Yeah, in the Midwest, Realtree and Mossy Oak. So not a surprise there at all. It would be, I'm interested to see again how this one evolves. Kuiu, I'm impressed by that too. I didn't expect them to make the top 3. I would have thought something more like a Cryptek would have made it, you know, rather than a Kuiu or something like that. But it looks like we got a lot of Western guys out there, which might be.
I think so. I think your Western hunters are the 9.6 and the 9.3, if I'm being honest. And
no, that could definitely be.
If they teamed up, that would be a higher number for one award, right? That'd be like 18-19% just for one, if the Western hunters only use Kuiu or whatever. So I think that's why you see it that way. But
absolutely.
Cool. All right, great job, Realtree. Looking forward to talking to Tyler on that one soon here. Best release aid or brand, or whatever you want to call it, goes to TrueFire, and this is a pretty good win for TrueFire. Faradyne, who owns TrueFire, at 30.5%. That's a pretty good,
pretty dominant,
yeah, from our friends at Scott Archery and True Ball. And Trophy Ridge actually stuck in there too, as you can see, at 12.3. So they did a great job, and they just started releases. So who knows what that's going to turn into for them, but. TrueFire, excellent work. They've always done a great job in their releases, very popular releases. Scott has always done a great job, and True Ball. So to be honest, not surprised there. Even Cobra, the one who we work with on our Test Lab show, you can see has a pretty decent sliver in there. And I'm very happy about that. Cobra is a brand that's been around a very long time. And I think what you're going to see is that continue to grow here in the next few years. But great job at TrueFire. This is a good win and a solid win. And also congrats to Scott Outdoor Group and True Ball. Awesome. All right. Our friends at Trophy Ridge do steal the gold award on the quiver. And let's be honest, Tight Spot's taken this goal for a few years when we did it before. So this is a pretty exciting moment, I think, for Trophy Ridge. But if you think about it, Tim, I'm not surprised by this because Trophy Ridge's quiver is bad bones. I mean, it's got a light on the end, like the front of it and the inside. So I can have a green LED on the outside, which I can walk with my bow and pretend it's a flashlight. Or when I put my broadheads in and out, I can hit another green light and it shows under the quiver and get my arrow out.
Yeah, and I've never really had an issue with using theirs either, with getting the broadheads in and out, which some of the other ones, not necessarily on the top 3 of this year, but some of the other ones you can tell. I mean, it's hard. We used to shoot those, and we still do shoot those ram cats from time and time again. And that thin blade on the outside, you got to really protect and worry about what quiver you're doing. And Trophy Ridge, you know, they had a really good one and very versatile, as you were saying, for sure. But look at that percentage, 34-30. Man, that was a close call on this one.
Tight Spot's always, like I said, man, they're a very popular quiver because they're always tight to your bow. They had a sweet release system where you just pop it and pull it out like a Picatinny. Is really well done. G5, great job, guys, taking the bronze on this. I didn't realize you guys had that many quivers, if I'm being honest. So that's actually very well done. Excellent work. I mean, that's cool. I mean, there is a huge gap. I'm not going to act like there isn't between them and the two top, but they still won that third spot. So great job.
Absolutely.
All right, best fix broadhead. These are my favorite ones because you know, everybody gets in on these. You know, they always want to have their 2 cents on the best fix, best mechanical, or mechanical versus fix, of course. G5, Montech, and G5 has other, you know, fixed blade heads, but let's be honest, their Montech won this.
Absolutely not surprised.
Yeah, no. This is, you know, and for Faradyne, Muzzy won this for them, right? I mean, this is no joke, clear as day. This would have been. And then Slick Trick comes in at third, which, you know, I don't think it's solid. I would assume it's Slick Trick that did this. And the reason we did this, guys, is because it's too confusing with the multiple brands they have under their name. So it's easier just to lump it together. The one I was surprised didn't pull in there was Ramcat. I thought Ramcat's a great broadhead, but you know, I don't know, but yeah, I'm excited for Slick Trick. I think they did an excellent job. G5 again, and Muzzy, not surprised. I figured those two would have the top, but you know.
Yeah, you got Montech and Muzzy, which are like the old faithfuls of the fixed head world, right? Everybody's been shooting those for many years, and you know, I'm not surprised to see those two names at the top by far.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't have the list because you can see the list has 2, and this is a photo. I can't hit the button to go down, but I would be curious which number goes to the Thunderhead from Nap, because that's generally the Nap Thunderhead and the Muzzy were always the 2 tops till the Montauk came around, and then it started going. But all right, Tim, drum roll on the mechanical. Who do you think won the mechanical gold?
Ooh, I got to go with Rage, man.
Yeah, they steal the show every
I'm not
year.
so, yeah. There's just hands down. Everybody knows the Rage.
The Rage, in my opinion, has just built up such a great marketing thing over the years, and the product has worked. So it's done a great job. But look at G5. They switched spots in this. I find that interesting. The Dead Meat from G5, which is pretty much their biggest expandable, I believe, or the most popular one, steals the show there. And Grim Reaper slips in on the mechanical side for that bronze, which, to be honest, I haven't heard much of the Grim Reaper camp in many years. I mean, I don't think I've ever talked to those guys since like 2013. So I didn't even know they're still in business. So this is actually really cool.
Very big surprise, which is awesome. Yeah, there's some good names on here. I think between the broadhead and the mechanical and the fixed broadhead categories, it was hard for us to put that list together because there's just so many to choose from. So we had to kind of group it up by parent company type of deal. So I'm impressed to see Grim Reaper on there, like you said, with all the other brands out there. It's pretty interesting.
So congrats, Fairdyne, our friends over there with Rage, and also G5. Nice job on the dead meat. That's awesome. All right, moving on. Best clothing, Sika. Now, First Light and Scentlock. Okay, so being in the Midwest, Sika is pretty popular here. Scentlock is extremely popular here. And as you can see here, this is a pretty tight race, but Sika does pull away a couple points there to give themselves that gold. Great job.
Yep, very well-known brands, I think, on the list here. It's not, again, some of these are a little bit of a surprise. I think when we push out to like the bronze and the silver a little bit, but I think the award winners here are pretty much spotlighted, out there in the industry and being some of the best quality stuff that you can put out there.
Yeah. Excellent job, Sika, First Light, and Scentlock. You guys did a great job on this. But all in all, like I said, I'd wear this stuff all day. All these clothes are amazing. So great job. Oh, interesting though. Kuyu didn't make this one, but they did make the camo.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that. All right, best arrow company. And when we say arrow, it kind of includes arrow and bolt. So I didn't say specifically bolt, but I know they all make bolts generally. So Easton Arrows takes it. Easton has been a top premier arrow company for many years, and they've won this award many times from us over the years. Not the golden arrow, but the member's choice, which we called that years ago. So great job. Victory takes silver, and Gold Tip pulls in the bronze. So excellent work.
Look at how close this is though, man.
Yeah.
26-24 between first and second. And pretty much, I mean, look at that 14.7 coming in fourth place for Carbon Express and Black Eagle.
Yeah. They're
just a tight group, period.
Black Eagle hasn't been around that long. I mean, definitely some years, but Carbon Express been a lot longer. And you could see for Black Eagle to tie Carbon Express, in my opinion, is a huge win for Black Eagle, because that means that they've taken a lot less years to catch up to them. That's a huge thing. I think if I'm being honest here, I'm looking at this. I think Bloodsport needs some work, and DCA, Deer Crossing Arrows, needs a lot of work. Those two companies being so low, so far behind. Not to, like I said, I'm not trying to be mean here by any means. But if I see this and I'm their company, I think, all right, what are we doing wrong, right? What can we do to fix this? That's how I would look at it.
I got it.
All right. So good job, Easton. Awesome work. Stealing the gold. Best boot company, Lacrosse. Nice. Oh. If you consider it this way, Lacrosse, I think, owns majority of these brands. So technically, I think they own Muck now. Pretty sure.
Do they now?
Can you look that up?
I don't even know if I can
look that up, Tim. Just type in.
Let me see here.
Lacrosse acquires Muck. I'm pretty sure that's the answer. And if that is true, they actually own all the awards on this one. I'm pretty sure they acquired them. So that means Lacrosse takes gold, Muck takes silver, and Danner takes bronze.
Not seeing that yet.
Okay.
Honeywell bought Muck boots.
Correct. I think they just sold it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing any articles out there on that yet, though, with good old Google. But who knows? Google might be hiding certain information from us because they don't want us to know it, you know.
Oh no, I'm wrong. It's Rocky. Okay, so let's go back and redo that one. Okay. So on this one, Tim, we got Lacrosse winning 2 spots with Lacrosse and Danner. So they took gold and bronze, and then we got Muck with silver, which I believe is in the process of, if not already being acquired by Rocky. So that would be an interesting matchup. Rocky has like a boot, right? But they don't have a rubber boot. So this is probably a really good thing for them, you know.
Yeah, you know, the percentages on here, I actually wasn't, I know Lacrosse is big, don't get me wrong. I wasn't expecting them to really gain that much over some of these other brands like Muck and Danner and Crispy and all that kind of stuff. You know, I'm looking at the list here going, I've worn probably 6 of these names out there. And I think it's, you know, a lot of it is longevity. You know, I can name the brands, and Lacrosse is definitely one of those that have lasted a long time. You know, when you're wearing boots all the time, quality is key, and those boots that last a while, really, you know, those are the ones that I'm going to go back buy again and again. So congrats to Lacrosse for winning gold on this one, and Muck for silver. So 2 of the top brands that we've worked with. Yeah.
And I think I mean, I look at everything from a marketing perspective, so I apologize if I'm going a little too far with some of these, but here I am, right? I look at this graph and I say, okay, I'm Irish setter, and I'm looking at the archery industry. I'm looking at, you know, people in archery, which could be outdoorsmen and women. They could be hunting. Most likely these are not upland hunters, which is what Irish setter is known for. But I look at this and I say, why am I 9.5 and not 20%, right? Or 20? What can I do different, right? That's all I'm saying. So obviously, you know, when I look at this, first off, you know, I just see some pretty good disconnects, right? Like Under Armour is a pretty small sliver in this, which that makes sense. They're not like a huge boot company. You know, they do make boots, but it's not their forte.
They're known for their tennis shoes, right? Not necessarily their
Wolverine and Irish setter to me look really low. Like, what are we doing wrong, right? In this industry, like, what am I doing wrong? I could
and Boggs too, for that matter. Boggs is pretty popular out there in the outdoor industry. So Boggs is another one I would throw in that group.
That's a sliver. So Lacrosse is doing it right. That's what I'm getting at here. So they deserve gold. They're crushing this, right? They're doing something right with having 2 of their brands in the top 3. So all I'm saying is, if I'm another company, I'm looking at Lacrosse going, what are they doing that's making them win this and be gold, right? I mean, this is a big deal right here. This tells me a lot, like where all the sales go in the archery industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, okay. Great job, Lacrosse, Danner, or Muck and Danner. Great job, guys. All right. Optics. Okay. So Vortex just stealing the show. My God, you guys are crushing it, guys. Vortex, wow, I'm just so impressed, like, that they were able to do that much damage at 46%.
I mean, what do you say to that? That's absolutely a clear winner. I don't know how you could slice it up any differently. Vortex is it. I mean, the quality, price point, they got it going on, right?
Yeah.
And the consumers see that.
I can't believe the bronze in this one. How do you pronounce that? Sarkozy?
Swarovski.
So I always get it wrong. That's why I was looking at.
That's why I was looking.
Those guys are expensive, so I'm surprised they actually were able to pull in that 3rd place.
No doubt.
The ones I'd be questioning if I'm in this, if I'm these guys, what I would question the most, you know, we work with Burris. I love Burris. It's small sliver right now, but you got to remember, Burris just kind of got into archery with their site. They've been doing other optics for so long. So now with them having, you know, starting to really push into it and do marketing in it, this is going to change for them over the next few years for sure. But Bushnell's one I would really question. Like, what are we doing? Right? Like, what is
a name like that that's been around for a long time. I mean, and this is just, again, I'm just saying this, but yeah, you got to look at that and going, what are we doing wrong? What is our brand? Heck? When people hear our brand, like, what are they hearing? Right?
Yeah,
what is it about our brand that people don't want to look at or don't like about it?
I'm not trying to bash Bushnell, but for the amount of years they've been in this industry, and I've heard Bushnell so many times in my life to be not even in the top contenders, that blows my mind.
No doubt.
Anyway, great job, Vortex, Leopold, and
Swarovski.
All right. Great job, guys. All right, best tree stand company, Summit. Summit's been around a very long time, Tim. They've been around very long time, and they actually won this. It was actually
Very close. Yeah.
With them and Lone Wolf. So, Lone Wolf having a stand that's lightweight and high quality, I think that's where this one got real close. And, Summit's got a lot of climbers, and if you go to like a big box, you'll see a lot more Summit, I think, than you would Lone Wolf. But you know what? I mean, they're getting it done, right? So, hey, great job to those guys. Close.
Yeah, I'll tell you, whenever I'm talking to buddies about hunting and them setting up their spots and all the time, Summit and Lone Wolf are the two that I hear the most.
Yeah.
I will say I'm a little bit surprised that Muddy isn't up a little bit farther on the list than what they are.
I was just about to say, if I'm Millennium and I'm Muddy, I'm looking at Hawk going, how did you do this to me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hawk no doubt.
It's not been around that long, but Hawk has done so much good engineering. And I think that's what's helped them a lot is their engineering on their little stuff. The accessories are just so smart when you really look at them and go, wow, this is a good idea. Like, why didn't anybody else ever do this? And this is what I talk about innovation. If you don't innovate, you're not going to go anywhere. And that's why I said, you look at Excalibur and we talk about doing the two things. That's genius.
Yeah,
doing
absolutely.
an air bow, that's genius. You're taking two things and figuring out a way to make something else. In Hawk's situation, they're creating the coolest accessories for their stands that are just amazing. And literally nobody's doing things like that the way they do it. It's just so
now
nice.
If they can create one that cuts off tree limbs and raises itself, money, 100%.
There's a stand company right now, which is not on this list, that actually, I'm trying to get them on the podcast soon, but they have a stand that you sit on at the bottom, you hit a button and it goes all the way up this tree.
Yep. I've seen
sick.
it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And my only concern is we have to talk to him because I don't understand the battery. Like, what if the battery dies halfway? Am I in trouble? Or is there a button where it automatically slowly comes down?
Yep.
Or do you just fall to your death?
Well, you can do that anyway with these, I guess.
All right, Tim, your favorite.
The blind company. So yeah, I've been actually, with hunting season coming up and looking at a lot of different blinds out there. The top two that I've been looking at are Primos and the Maristep. I mean, Maristep by far coming in at silver. Well, let me take it back to Primos real quick. Primos right now with their double bull, they came out with that mesh system, right, where you can see all the way around you. That 360. I am not surprised to see them in gold. It is such a great product that they put out. Actually, I own one myself. Maristep with the different variety of ground blinds that they have. I mean, Maristep has a ton of different varieties of ground blinds. You want a ground blind for any setup that you have, Maristep has it. And Rhino, this one is going to be interesting for me next year because I've really started to take a look at Rhino again as a ground blind company, and they've come out with some pretty innovative stuff in the mesh world over the last couple of years. So I think we're going to see some moving around on this list, but Primos, congratulations. I mean, I've used you guys and it's a quality ground blind.
Yeah, I just bought a Rhino last year. We bought one at the end of the year there or for turkey season earlier in the year. So we have one at the hangar we can play with too to learn about it more. But yeah, that's great.
They came out with a full walled mesh version. So
nice.
You sit down and you see from floor to ceiling, it's all mesh. You can see out the entire way. It's pretty impressive.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I will say this, I'll throw this out there. Like we work with Shadowhunter and they make an amazing Cadillac of a blind, but it's a hard shell blind. And a hard shell blind is never going to win this category, just to be honest. They're just a lot more money, right? Like and a Maristep's could be $99 to $300, whereas a Shadowhunter is $1,000 plus, right?
Well, and they're
never
permanent.
going to win this category.
Yeah, I mean they're permanent too, right? So for a guy like me, where my spot isn't necessarily permanent, I'm using the ground blinds and that kind of stuff, and so you're going to be buying stuff more often than you would like a permanent ground blind. So those are the guys that I'm sure are answering these questions, right? If I bought a Shadowhunter 5 years ago and it's absolutely awesome still, I don't know if I would be thinking about blind companies. It's just because I'm not buying it that often.
Just a credible note, Muddy doing a great job there. 15.3, definitely getting in there, catching up. So great job, guys. All right, Absolutely. Good job, Primos, Maristep, and Rhino. All right, now we get into a little bit different type awards. This still was voted on by you guys. All these companies mean a lot to me. I want to be honest with you guys. I have friends at all of them. These are the companies we work with a lot in the industry for BowHunterPlanet, Test Lab, the podcast, and everything. So number one gold goes to Rubline Marketing. These guys Chase and his team are absolutely great people and getting the job done. And the thing about these type of companies, Providence and Source and Phoenix and Backbone, all these guys, Expedition, they are paying attention to what is happening in the industry. And this is really important, right? Because you talk about like influencers and these guys got 2 million views a day or whatever, right? But if it's not relative to what you're doing, it doesn't help. And that's what these guys look at and dissect and figure out for these companies. And they're critical to have these companies. So I would just say congratulations to Rubline, Providence, and Source Outdoors for winning the top 3 spots here. I would also suggest if there's anybody that's a company out there that's doing business in this industry and you are interested in any of these, reach out to me. I would be more than happy to get you in touch with any of these guys, because I'm telling you, they get it done. Like, this is the kind of stuff you need in this industry. And Rubline takes the gold. They did a great job by a lot. And if you look at their website, you'll see the brands they work with. I mean, they do such a good job. So that's about it. Any words, Tim, there?
No, I think you said it all, man. Congrats to Rubline.
All right. Great job, guys. All right. Best celebrity, Ted Nugent. Yeah, I'm not surprised by this one. Ted's always held, very high esteem in the archery and bow hunting industry. Michael Waddell was so close to him though the whole time, which I thought was interesting watching that unfold. At one point Waddell was winning, and I love Waddell. Like we've had him on the show so many times, and he is such a great guy to have on and talk to. But I just wanted to show this. This is I wanted to do this one because I just wanted to see like who are people picking, right? Like who's the top celebrities out there. And I think, Ted Nugent, Waddell, and Kip Campbell, from Red Arrow, these guys are doing it,
I think this is fun too, just to kind of see who everybody's following still and all that kind of stuff. So Uncle Ted's got the winner, which is awesome.
Yeah. And you got Levi and John Dudley in there, very close. This is a really important one too, right? Like, who are people finding important, right, in the celebrity world, right? Who do people think of when they think of a celebrity in the outdoors, But Ted, congratulations. I'm very excited to get you this award, and great job. All right, best TV show goes to Heartland Bowhunter. This is no surprise. The quality on this show. Remember, we talked to them guys about the cameras, the running reds, and all this stuff. They've been doing that for years. And, them taking this victory, I'm very happy for them. They've done a great job, and they do a lot of that work themselves, which is huge, when you think about all that work that goes into it. So well-deserved. Also, Real Tree Road Trips and Red Arrow for the silver and bronze there. I said that backwards, sorry. Red Arrow takes Kip, and the Red Arrow team take the silver. Awesome job. And Tyler and the Real Tree Road Trip guys take the bronze. Again, this is what the people voted for. This is it. Jim Shockey right behind him there with Uncharted, which is a great show. So anyhow, great job, guys. Excellent.
Moving on.
Best podcast. Look at bronze.
Yeah, baby.
I didn't tamper with this in any way, shape, or form, people, because if I would have, I would have been gold, right? No, Meat Eater, great job. But I'm not surprised by Meat Eater. It's just that Meat Eater is such a large thing, right? I feel like they're
a brand amongst themselves.
Correct.
Right?
I don't feel like they're still in the archery industry. People obviously voted for them because they think they are, but I don't feel like they are. I feel like they've been the Netflix type thing a little beyond. But hey, congratulations, Steve and those guys. Excellent work. Well deserved. You guys do a great job. Working Class Bow Hunter. I'm very happy for you guys. This couldn't be deserved by more than you guys, to be honest. You guys have done such a great job. Huge inspiration for us when we started our podcast. Excellent job. I'm very happy for Working Class Bowhunter. Those guys work super hard.
And the sleeper out in third place, man. Tell you
this, what makes me happy about this, Tim, is although we didn't win gold and we didn't win silver, I'm still good with it. But what makes me happy is, no offense to the other podcasts on there, I was just really excited that people thought we were in that top. Right?
Yeah, no doubt. No, I agree 100%. I mean, in all honesty, we never set out to be the best of the best. That's the dream, right? I mean, that would be awesome if that happened, but we just want to put out good content for everybody. And to see that kind of come back to us in this way it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And all the work we put into it. That's the other thing. We're going on our 500th episode. Probably by the end of year, we'll be there. And that just goes to show you like how many years we've been doing it. It's our 5th season. And, it's been a lot of fun with you guys and talking and hanging out. And this has just been super exciting. So thank you so much for that as well.
I love the truth, honestly, in this.
All right. Best Hunting Network Outdoor Channel steals this one pretty heavily, with our friends at Carbon TV coming in second with silver, and then Sportsman Channel in third, which makes sense. But Carbon TV owns, Outdoor Channel owns Sportsman Channel, so they do own a pretty big chunk of this pie. But our friends at Carbon TV are pulling it out with that silver. Great job, Jules McQueen and the team. That's a big deal, because what that says is that just over a quarter of what's going on in the industry is online, specifically,
Online platform,
right?
absolutely.
And even though Outdoor Channel has My Outdoors TV or whatever it's called, they do have an online platform. But Carbon TV has done a great job pushing in there. It's just really well done. All right. Best influencer goes to Cam Haynes. Cam has been huge on Instagram and all those things. Huge advocate of bow hunting and bringing in other stuff. Really happy about this award, in my opinion, because Cam is a guy that's really meshing different industries together, and I think that is really important. Like he's bringing this outdoor lifestyle to outdoor freaks, right? People who want to work out all the time, they're running, and if you watch any of his videos, it's mostly working out, but then he shoots a bow, so it might inspire people to pick up a bow. I love it. Like, I'm very happy with this.
Yeah, I'm impressed to see Hannah Barron on there. I remember when we did our podcast with her, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. I remember talking to her, and she didn't, she was getting big. She was getting a lot of followers and that kind of stuff, kind of overnight success, if you will. But she didn't, I don't remember her having any sponsors back then. No, so it was like right at that precipice of like her becoming big and getting sponsors and all that kind of stuff. But she's such a fun personality to talk to. It's really cool to see a name like that up there.
Yeah, Hannah, great job. And then Chris B, awesome job. Chris does a great job on his YouTube page, making archery videos that are very popular. So this is awesome, guys. Great job to everybody on this list. I know it was a tight race, to be honest. I mean, everybody did a good job. Josh Bomar was in there too. I mean, so it was very well done. And I'm very happy for everybody. So great job. All right, that's it. So that was your guys' votes. Now it's our turn. So what we voted for, these people will get awards as well. And so we'll go through some of those right now. So thank you all, everybody. If you voted, that's where your vote went, was the first section of this. Appreciate it. Now we're going to get to the choice awards, which are, again, BowHunterPlanet driven. So the first award goes to youth commitment. So we decided to give this award to the NAS program. The NAS program is something that gets archery into schools, which it's so hard to not give them this, because they're one of the only ones that are doing it at such a large volume like this. And getting kids to shoot a bow is like, I mean, come on, you got to get an award for that. If you're not getting an award,
it's near and dear to our heart to get new archeries into the industry. And this just fits in with our philosophy. And I think it's well-deserved on their part, the work that they do.
Yeah,
for sure.
So great job, NASP. Real proud of you guys. Keep up the great work. All right, draw cycle. So we picked a couple categories we thought were important in this year, and this is kind of a little bit more mine than the other guys because I did all the Tesla videos. But to me, the draw cycle of the year goes to the Solution SS from Bowtech. I felt as though this bow had it all. It was not only just a super smooth draw cycle, but a small, nice frame bow that just felt really good in your hand and fires so nice. And I just love how compact it felt. And I love the look of it, the cutouts. There's no vibration. I mean, you can see it was just such a great job. So excellent work on the draw cycle, guys. And it's really not just a draw cycle. It's really a whole bow, to be honest. I mean, this bow was awesome. And when I say draw cycle, I just meant the whole feel of everything I felt on this bow. So great job, Bowtech. This bow hit a home run, no doubt about it. And I hope this bow stays around for many years to come. Fast but Smooth award goes to PSC with the X-Bite NXT. This by far had to be the fastest, smoothest bow I shot all year. And I was blown away by the pure power coming out of this bow with a 5.5-inch brace sight. This bow was so smooth that I couldn't believe it. Like, I was like blown away. There's no hump. If you go back to the Omen and Full Throttle, those bows were great, but they did have a little bit of a hump to try to come over. Not this bow. This bow was built right. And I was so happy with this bow that I was like, I've got to give these guys some sort of award this year because this thing is unbelievable. Very well done. Thank you, PSC. Great job. Keep up the awesome engineering. Ground Up award goes to the Ventum from Hoyt. So Hoyt redid this bow from ground up. I mean, they redid a full bow this year, which is so impressive. They put a whole new cam on it called the HBX cam system. And, when you do a whole ground up like that, it's not easy to do. And I was really proud of Hoyt. I thought they came through big time on this bow. It has a great feel to it, a lot of cool engineering. A good example would be right around the pocket area. Nope, said that wrong, sorry. Right around the rest area, there's a little bracket where you could hook on the rest like a Picatinny. And they also did the same thing up top for the sight where you can hook it into the front of the bow. Extremely impressive. Something you just don't see every day. So I thought Hoyt did a great job when they started a whole new design like this and still kept to the Hoyt feel. That was very well done. Congratulations, Hoyt. Riser design goes to Matthews. It was hard to get away from the VXR and the V3 because, to be frank, they're just amazing riser designs, built extremely well. Love the way it looks with the pocket going into the riser. I think that looks like really cool and different. This bow is just extremely well designed. That's really all I can say about it. I mean, it's just an amazing bow. And if you go back to see Matthew's old designs with the honeycomb and all that stuff, it was still always well done. And you know, the machining, everything about it, definitely got the riser of the year. Great job, V3 from Matthews. Support the Heritage Award goes to Bear Archery. I think this one's no surprise at all.
Not at all.
Tim and I went to the Total Archery Challenge. Bear Archery even rented. You can see there in that photo of the people shooting bows. They sponsored that shoot area so people could come shoot all day and do all this stuff. They have a youth area. They have a traditional. They have crossbow. Bear Archery supports the heritage like no one else I've ever seen. They have the bow fishing stuff. They got the Hunting 101 podcast to help promote, and they got Fred Bear. Let's be honest.
And they're hunters, right? I mean, that's what Bear is. They make hunting bows. They make hunting equipment. So what a great company for us to give that award to, just for all the work that they do to bring new hunters into their, I mean, and it speaks through their whole company, right? Even their lineup, the lineup that they have from their bows, it brings new kids in and keeps the old ones going. So congrats, Bear.
Yeah, well-deserved. Innovation. So the innovation for the crossbows here went to Excalibur for doing the two-shot twin strike. I mean, this again, like we talked about earlier in the show, double barrel concept is thinking outside the box. And for us, for this award, you're always going to get this award if you're doing something extreme like this. This is just genius, makes sense, love it. And you can't go wrong. I mean, doing something like this just really inspires people to do more. And I think you're not going to ever go bad by having something cool like this. So congratulations, Excalibur. Innovation from the compound goes to Expedition for their new material X-Loy by Magnite. This was the coolest thing we saw this year, riser materials. This riser has a whole different material never made before, like a whole new thing. So this is definitely going outside the riser. You know what I'm saying, Tim? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, they might just have to win the marketing award too, just for the way that they promoted this as well. Everybody in the industry was like, what is it? What is it? When they would not spill it until day of. It was great, man.
Yeah, this is very well done. Great job, guys. Congratulations. And the smooth draw. So this is the draw cycle and the smooth draw a little bit different. This one I'm talking about very specifically the draw cycle, whereas the other one earlier was the full system. This always goes to Elite. No offense to anybody else, but Elite has always had the smoothest butter draw in the world. Butter pie. I don't know what the word is. I'm trying to find shootability. They use that word. Elite has done this year after year after year, and the Encore was no exception to that. What really impressed me about this bow is the changes they made in the riser, where you can adjust the riser left to right to fix the tuning idea, but still kept the smoothness. That's what really impressed me. They changed it, but yet they never got away from that smoothness. So excellent job, Elite, as usual. You guys have always been king at smooth draw, in my opinion. Just such a great job with your cam systems and how you do it. So congratulations. All right, now we go to the Honors Award, a little bit different. This is more of a, we're calling it Industry Titans. These are honors for, whatever we deem as honorable or somebody who's done some really good stuff in the industry, is what this is. All right. So the first person I want to talk about is Robbie Kroger, from Blood Origins. This guy is amazing, and he is doing some incredible. We had him on the podcast. I think I did a live thing with him. He is creating videos on like why people hunt. And I mean, he is going, but it's not just archery. It's like it's hunting, but not just that. He's creating tons of different series like this, but he's also working on like politics stuff. Like he's getting into decisions on why things are changed and the laws and why they would vote a certain way. I mean, it's awesome. He's just doing such a great job. and he deserves way more exposure than he's gotten so far. And I feel like this is definitely an honor award. He is really stepping out and spending money to get this done. I mean, his quality, if you can see just these photos alone, the quality, he's putting into this is absolutely incredible. Anything, Tim?
No, I'm gonna leave it there, man.
I didn't know if you had something to say.
No,
you weren't really. You didn't really talk to him like I did. So.
I think it's awesome to see this kind of documentary, the film come out from him. I've watched some of his stuff, and it is just like you said, pure quality, but beer quality to keep people interested in the heritage, which I think is absolutely awesome.
And he's international. He's from South Africa.
Very cool. Oh, choking over there.
Okay, I'm back. All right, so Blood Origins, check it out. Great job, Robbie. Definitely well-deserved. All right, one of our favorites.
Mr. Mike Avery.
This guy.
Yeah.
So Mike Avery, well-deserved honor award. He always talks about the pioneers of the industry, but I don't think he's ever really recognized he's a pioneer himself. And I think this happens sometimes because you get into it and you don't think about it. You're just doing your job, right? You're working it. Mike Avery's been 35 plus years doing this type of stuff. He had a TV show. He had a radio show. He still has a radio show, podcast. He's still doing video clips on YouTube and live streams. But Mike has been huge inspiration to us. And, the thing about Mike is that he will call, like if I called Mike with anything, like, hey, I need I got to ask you a question, whatever, he would call me back in a heartbeat. Right. And that's the other thing. It's people like him that drive this industry and keep us going. He's always given us really good feedback over the years and allowed us to grow as well, and gave us ideas and helped connect us with people. So
purely a nice guy. You couldn't
Amazing.
ask for a better guy to talk to in the industry that's been around for such a long time to give just honest advice about what he does, and in a humble way, right?
Yeah. And Mike,
I know you said he would call you. He would talk to you anytime. Maybe not right now. Maybe not today, because I know he's out bear hunting up in Ontario. So I don't think he was going to answer your call right now. But I mean, he is that type of guy, just purely humble and just loves what he does. And you can tell that.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike Avery, amazing job, man. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us and your support. We're so happy to give you this honor award. It's definitely extremely well-deserved. So great job. Great job. All right. Another industry titan is Jeff Suter from the Bowtech marketing team. Jeff has been an amazing person to work with over the years. Also a special shout out to Todd and Skylar. Those guys have been crushing it over there at Bowtech. And when I say that, I mean, they're always in communication. They're always stepping outside the box to come up with ideas. They're always brainstorming with us and other companies. I mean, it is really something special to work with a team like Bowtech's team, the Pure Archery Group team, because they're involved. Like, they actually care about what happens. And no one else I know in the industry is details these guys are. And I work with a lot of companies, guys, a lot of them. And Bowtech definitely wins this award. And I want to say this award's for Jeff, but also his team, because they have done, like I said, a phenomenal job in communication and working with us, helping us grow as much as, they want something, but then they help us grow as well. I mean, it's just a win-win for everybody, and very well done. So awesome job, guys. Really appreciate the support, and definitely well-deserved. All right. So we had one extra award, and I didn't honor it to anybody because, to be honest, I asked some questions on who to give it to, and I got so many mixed reviews and responses. I want to leave it up to you guys. If there's somebody you think deserves an honor award in the industry for what you've just seen, those type of things, comment below on the video and let us know. And like I said, we have one more to give away, and we'd love to do it, but we just don't know who to give it to. And there's so many people. Like, honestly, I could give it to like 15, 16 different people I can think of right off the top, but I just want to leave this one to you guys. Like, what do you think? Is there somebody you can think of that's done a lot for this industry that is not maybe well known, and they don't have to have made $1 million for the industry? You know what I mean? But the thing is, they're doing something right. So let us know.
That could be a good thing in the industry that either grows the industry, or innovations that they brought into the industry, influencer, all those different topics. So it'd be interesting to see what everybody has to say, because it is a very prestigious award, if you will. I mean, you know, the guys in our hunting industry, and the one thing that I've learned is that humility runs through our blood. You know, when we're talking to people on podcasts, I can't tell you a single person that was like, I don't know, man, I don't know if I want to talk to you guys or anything like that. Everybody is just so willing to just talk and share their stories and bring people in and bring their passion to everybody that like Dave said, there's a lot of people out there that do deserve this award, but we want to hear from you guys.
Yeah, let us know for sure. All right, last award, the Dave's Golden Grip Award. This is something the guys thought would be funny because I always talk about grips, but it is a true award. And I did rethink of this. I thought this whole thing through.
And the winner of the David Golden Grip Award is
Gearhead Archery. I had no choice but to give them this award because of the pick a grip series system they have. I mean, I can swap the grip. So you can't really go wrong. I'll find a grip that fits me right. You know what I mean? Like
I love it.
I had to give it to him. It was just, I had another brand picked out before this, but then this happened. This came and we did the video on it. And I thought, this is unbelievable. I can swap my grip to anything. This is gold award, hands down. I mean, this is amazing. So if I don't like it, I just swap it. I mean, how cool is that?
All right, I like it, man. That might be an innovation award as well, if you think about it.
Yeah. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Golden Arrow Awards. If you voted, thank you for that. And we hope you guys got a lot out of this like we did. We say congratulations to all the companies who won. If you won on any of the awards, gold, silver, or bronze, please contact us as soon as you can so we can get your award in the mail or your digital logo as well. So I want to make sure we get that out to you guys. So that's it, man. That was it. That was a long podcast, but we did it.
We got through it, and we'll do it again next year.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.